Okay, this is part 2 of question 3, straight line depreciation, from page 74. Okay, so now I need to do my rough work here, that I can put the numbers from all of my notes, my calculations, into my provision account over here. So I need to work out my annual depreciation. So the annual depreciation, the first one, 280 grand, is 56 grand a year. The next one was bought for 360, so that's 72 grand a year. The next one was bought for 290, that's 58 grand a year. Now, is there a refrigeration? There was on one vehicle. So that is 20 grand, so 20% of that is going to be 4 grand. The first replacement vehicle is worth 260. 20% of that is 52 grand a year. And the second one is was bought for 240, it's worth 240, so it's 48 grand depreciation a year. So now I put in my dates that I've had it, so I can multiply those dates, the amount of time I had it, by the annual depreciation, and that will give me the figures to go in the different parts of the accounts. So the first one I bought on the 1st of the 1st, 07. Okay, I had that for all of 02. I had it for all of 03, I had it for all of 04. Now, what happened to it? It was crashed in 06, so that means 05. After I've had it for 5 years, I get rid of it then. So that means that I'm going to have had it up to the end of 05. I will have had it for 5 years. So there's going to be a possibility of I will be over depreciating. So I'm just going to put that in there as a note for myself. So when I'm going to go and do the notes for depreciation for year 2, I'll need to make sure that I put in the fact that's over depreciation. Now, when did I get rid of it? I got rid of it 30th of the 9th in that year. So I'm just going to put in here vehicle 1. So we're going to have 0 and 2 over depreciation. So I'll have no depreciation then. Now, moving on to the next one. So vehicle number 2, I bought on the 1st of 7th, 03. And I would have had that for all of 04. It doesn't say anything about me getting rid of it in 05. And the same for 06, so I still had it at the end of 06. So moving on to vehicle number 3, I bought 2004, so I bought that on the 1st of the 2nd, 2004. I had it, and that was the one that I got rid of during 2005, so that lasted until the 30th of the 8th, and it had a refrigeration. Did it have a refrigeration? No, it didn't. So the replacement for that I bought on the 30th of the 8th, and I would have had that for all of 2006, the next year. So the next one that was got rid of is bus number 1. Yeah, so I've dealt with bus number 1 being crashed, and this had a refrigeration unit fitted on the 1st of 1st, 2003. So that was fitted the 1st of the 1st. I had it for all of 04. I had it for all of 05. And then when I get rid of that vehicle, it would have gone with it. Okay, and the replacement vehicle was bought obviously the same date, and it's one that cost 240 grand. So my depreciation up to year 1. So I need to work out how many years I had each thing. So this one I had, vehicle 1 I had for 4 years. So that's going to be 56,000 every year, multiplied by 4. The next one I had for 1.5 years, so that's going to be 1 year, 6 months. So that's going to be, what is it, 72 grand a year. Multiplied by 1.5. Vehicle 3. I got that at the beginning of February, so I would have had it for 11 months that year. So that's going to be 58 grand multiplied by 11 over 12. 11 12. So there's a total. Obviously that will be rounded off later. And we also had a refrigeration. And that one came in here at the beginning of 03, so that's 2 years. So 2 years multiplied by 4 grand is 8 grand. And then we have a total. So it's adding all the way down to there. Now, that total then is automatically then put in here. So that's the first note. Then the vehicle sold in year 1. So in year 1 I sold vehicle number 3. And the full life I would have had vehicle 3 is, I had it for 11 months in 04 and 8 months in 05, so that means I had it for 19 months. Okay, so if I worked it out, it's going to be 58 grand. Multiplied by, now I had it for 19 months, 19 over 12. And that's the figure that I'll put in for my depreciation. So M24 is the code that's in it. Okay. Now I'm going to move on and look at the next step. Okay. We're back to note number 3 now. So note number 3 is going to be depreciation of everything that happened during this year. So I'm looking at this box here. So I have a full year for the first one. So vehicle 1 is 1 year. So that's 1 year is 56 grand. Vehicle 2 is also 1 year, 72 grand. Vehicle 3 I had for part of the year. Okay, so the depreciation that happened only during this year is going to be 8 months. So that's going to be 58 grand times 8 over 12, or 2/3. Just that. And then we also had the refrigeration. Refrigeration, we had it for a full year. And that's 4 grand. And finally we have the first changed vehicle, which is vehicle 4, and we got that on the 30th of the 8th, so therefore we would have had it for 4 months. So that's going to be 52 grand multiplied by 4 over 12. So the total is adding all those numbers together, and that's the figure then that I'm going to put in for note number 3. So that's M33, so I'll put that in over here. Okay, now I can go and balance this. So if I add up these two sides, and the difference in the two sides is my balance, which I have brought down to next year, which is that figure there. Okay. So now I move back to the vehicle sold in year 2, note number 4. So that's this vehicle here, vehicle 1, and it had the refrigeration system attached to it. So vehicle 1. Now remember, vehicle 1, I have maximised its depreciation at the end of 05, so I've done all years, so I'm only able to depreciate 5 years, which is going to be what the thing was originally worth, 280 grand. And then I'll also have a refrigeration. So the refrigeration, I had it for, let's just check, I had it for 1, 2, 3, and then I had it for 9 months. So 3 years, 9 months. So that's 4 grand a year times 3.753 and 3/4 years, 15 grand. So my total is going to be 295, and that 295 is what goes in over here at my disposal. Then my depreciation for the second year. Vehicle 1, I've over depreciated, so I can't depreciate anymore. Vehicle 2, I still have, and I can depreciate it, so it gets 1 year, and that's 72 grand a year. Vehicle 3 is gone, so, and refrigeration, I have that for a year. So it went 3/4 way through the year, so that's 9 months. So that's going to be 3 grand depreciation, 3/4, or 9 months multiplied by 4 grand. And then we have vehicle 4. So vehicle 4 and vehicle 5 we also had. So vehicle 4 we had for the full year, and it's 52 grand depreciation a year. And vehicle 5 we had for 3 months. And it's 40 grand by 3 months, or a quarter, which is 12 grand. And we get a total. So 139 grand. So now I can go, I've got all my notes done, I can go finishing off the question, and I can do my disposal. So that added to that, and that's the total there for the year. So my balance CD is the difference between the two sides, which is that 294,705. Okay, so now I'll move on to my disposal. I've already put in the motor vehicles from the first part of the question. My provision for depreciation there is automatically been filled in. That's the figure that came from my disposals here and here. Okay, so now I need to work out how much I got. So 30th of the 8th here is when I did the changeover. So how much money did I get when I got rid of it? So bus number 3 is traded in against new bus and cost 260. We paid 20 and got compensation, the value of 115. So that means we would have paid, we got a trade-in of 60. And we would have got on the same date, we would have paid money out of the bank. So we would have, yes, that was the money we got from the insurance company, so that's 115. So we add these two together, and it looks like this side is going to be bigger, so I'm going to have 290 on that side, and I have 290 total here, which means I made a loss. So my loss, which happened on the 30th of the 8th of 5, is going to be 290 minus the 115 minus the 60 and minus the 91, the depreciation. So 23 grand. The second disposal, same story. I need to work out 30th of September 06. So bus number 1 is crashed, trading for 10 grand against new vehicle costing 240. So I just get a trade-in of 10 grand. That means that it was worth 290 taken away from 300. It was worth 5, so that means we forgot 10 grand for it. I made a profit of 5. So that's the profit. So that adds up to 305. Okay, that's the end of that.